Earlier this week, I was at a job interview, and it's a hiring event with lots of people. And one of my big phobias is when there's a lot of chatter of noises. For example, if you were to go into the food court at the shopping mall, that kind of noise will drive me insane. A few minutes might be okay, but when it goes on for half an hour to an hour, it will drive me insane. And there are a lot of activities during that hiring event where we had to interact with other people, and that was the main theme of the noise around. And I kept looking at the clock to see how fast time would go, and it was going very slowly, and I started to curse it. And then I started to realize there are times when I wish time would slow down, right? When I am running into deadlines, or on a more macro scale, when I have life goals that I want to do, and it seems like year after year is just passing by. One prime example is that I used to worry that I would get too old to date people in certain age groups. Despite this was especially true when I was a teenager and up until my early 20s. I used to worry that I would become too old to date somebody in their early 20s, and it drove me to make a lot of dating mistakes that I otherwise wouldn't have made. The other problem is I underestimated I overestimated the challenge I was dealing with. I used to have a weakness for God, I hate to be racist, but let's just say girls from two areas of the world. And this was true until a few years ago. But recently, I visited both places in the world, and as far as I know, as soon as I got out off the airplane, there were girls as far as the eye could see, and I realized that there are plenty to go around for everybody. I don't need to jump at the occasion just because I see one of those girls that I like. Anyway, so I realized that the notion of time will always, and the notion of opportunity will always work against you. When you want time to go slow, it will seem fast, and vice versa. The same holds true for whether or not I can fall asleep. If I desperately need to fall asleep, I find it very challenging to sleep, and vice versa. If I desperately need to stay up, I find it very awkward to stay up. One prime example I like to give is when I travel across time zones, for example, to one of those two places to meet girls. Um, I sometimes I used to have trouble sleeping before I travel, and oftentimes when I did that, and I traveled, I would arrive at just the right time because I had already wrecked my sleep schedule. Ever since I've noticed that advantage, it doesn't seem to happen anymore. So it always seems to work against me for some reason. But then I have to appreciate that I could actually sleep. So earlier, when I was starting to dread, why is this hour going so slow? I started to remind myself, hey, I'm aging slower, and which is something I wish I could say more often. And now that I'm home and time seems to be going faster again, I'll have to remind myself that next time I'm in a dreadful situation, time goes pretty fast too. Thanks for watching.